need a little sparkle in their life. Well, thanks to Patons, you can have it in your knitting and your crochet life too. There's a new yarn out called Glam Stripes, and it's kind of an all-weather, anytime, add a little razzle-dazzle to your life yarn. It's got these great sort of little bits of shimmer in it that if you're working in shorter rows, the stripes get nice and wide, and if you're working in longer rows, there's just this little bit of shimmer here and there. Really, really lovely. And so today we're going to apply that to sort of a go-to project. I'm a big fan of sort of the bandit scarf that's triangle on the front, and we're going to be making one. It's the Mom and Me kind of glam triangle scarf like this one. So I'm going to take you step by step and show you how to make it. For this project, you'll need one ball of Patons Glam Stripes. We used either fuchsia or teal. You'll also need a size USG 4mm crochet hook or whatever size it takes to obtain gauge. All right, for this scarf, we're going to be starting from one end and we're going to be working all the way to the other end to make the whole thing, and then we will pick up this sort of jagged edging later. And you can already see, you can see in this finished one how cool the sparkle stripes look. Okay, so to get started, like I said, we're starting at one tip and we're going to go to the other tip. So you just start with your slip knot and you're going to begin by chaining 5. 4, 5. And this entire project is worked in double treble crochets. So it's super speedy, which is fun, but it requires a little bit more yarn over action. So you're going to start by yarning over hook once, twice, a third time, then you insert it in that first chain, yarn over, and now you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops 4 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that chain at the beginning and the stitch that you just did counts as 2 double treble crochets. So that's your first row. So then you're going to turn and you're going to chain 5 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to do 2 double treble crochets in the next stitch. So we start by yarning over 3 times, inserting it in the next, which will be the top of the chain. And this one can be a little persnickety. There you go. Yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now you've created 1, but it calls for 2 here. We're increasing because we're creating kind of this long triangle shape. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to insert it in that same stitch that you already made a stitch in. Yarn over, pull through. That gets you to the place you need to be, and then yarn over, pull through 2 4 times. Okay, now you've finished row 2, and you can already see, it's a little nubbin, but you can see the beginning of your triangle. All right, so now we're going to turn again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. You chain 5, and that counts as your first double treble crochet. And then you're going to create a double treble in that same stitch, and you can pull on it and see where that is. If it's moving, you know there's a stitch already in it, and we want that. So we work 1. And what we're doing is we're increasing on the sloping side 1 stitch every row. So then you're going to work double treble crochets in the next 2 stitches which will be to the end. And at the end of this row, you'll now have 4 DTRs or double treble crochets, remembering that that chain at the beginning counts as 1. Okay, I'm just going to show you just 2 more rows so you sort of get the gist, but this is all you're going to be doing until you get to the point where you want to start decreasing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're chaining 5, and then you're going to, on this row, 1, 2, 3, you're not going to double treble crochet in that first one, the one that you already worked in, because we're not on a sloping side. This is the straight edge. You're going to work into the next one. Oops, slipped off, so I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3. And that happens. The great thing about crochet is it's really easy to pull out and start over. So on this side, we're waiting until we get to the end to increase, because we want to keep the increases on one side to create the slope. So we just worked in that one. So we're going to make another stitch in that last one again. Then we flip it over. And you can see right here already how this edge is a little bit straighter. And this side is starting to be the area that we slope down again. So I'm just going to show you this last row, and this will be basically what your right side will be. Okay, so this is a sloping side, so that we know that we have to increase at this side. So we're going to make another stitch, DTR, in that same base of the stitch that we made our chain. So now we've increased another stitch, and then we'll just move on and we'll finish the rest of the row. And you're going to keep on in that manner for as long as the pattern calls for, or for half the total length of the entire scarf. Okay, looks like I have one more. Okay, so I'm going to move on to another piece, and I'm also moving on to another color so you can see how cool it looks in different colors. And this, I'm making sort of a mini scarf just because it's easier on camera. So let's pretend that this is as the half the length that you'd want. And now I'm ready to start the decrease portion. So you can see this is the straight edge, this is the more slanted edge. So this will be the triangle point. Now we want the rest of it to start decreasing. So I'm going to start by working one plain edge, because we want to do our work to begin the decrease on the right side. So this is actually the wrong side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is just a straight row. So you're just going to, you're not going to increase or decrease at all in this row. Okay, so now we've worked a straight row in between, and it's time to start the decrease portion. I'm not going to show you the whole portion because I think you get the gist how on one side you're doing the shaping and the other you're working straight, but I am going to show you what the decrease is. It is a DTR 2 together, which is double treble crochet 2 stitches together. So to do that, you're going to yarn over 3 times as you would normally for a DTR stitch, and then you're going to insert into your stitch the way that you would before, and then you're going to pull through 2 stitches, 1, 2, 3 times, leaving those last 2 loops live and on your hook. Then you're going to go to the last stitch, you're going to yarn over again, 1, 2, 3, yarn over hook 3 times, and you're going to begin that DTR in the last stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 once, twice, 3 times, and then on that last time you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all of the remaining loops. And what that's done is that's joined these two to decrease. And you'll just continue doing that as the pattern calls for until you get down till the end. And then you're not going to fasten off or anything. You're going to go straight in to making this cool little jagged edging. And you can see here on my piece, it's all kinds of rogue pieces of yarn. This is my mini scarf version, how you get smaller, it gets bigger, and then smaller again. So I'm going to show you how one of these little triangle edgings is created. All right, to begin, you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is creating the bottom of your triangle. And then you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch, single crochet, which is yarn over, pull up a loop. I'm sorry, a single crochet is not that. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, and then pull through both loops. And then the next, you're going to do a half double crochet. That is yarn over, insert your hook, pull a loop through, yarn over hook, pull through all 3. Then in the next stitch, you're going to do a double crochet, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over hook, pull through 2 loops twice. Then in the next one, you're going to work a treble, 1, 2, yarn over to get you in the position, and then we're going to yarn over hook and pull through 2 loops 3 times. And then finally, we're going to do our DTR. So 1, 2, 3. Yarn over hook and pull through those 2 loops 4 times. All right, so now we've created our cute little triangle, and now we just need to attach it. And so you're just going to attach it. You can see you're doing one of these triangles per row. You can kind of just slip stitch it anywhere at the base of the stitch of the next row. Yarn over, slip stitch, and that's just pulling it through. And that secured it to your actual piece. And you're just going to do that all the way till the end until your entire long edge has these great little points. Then you'll fasten off and weave in ends. That's all there is to it. And now you finish a great project that sort of educates you through several stitches, or if you're already an advanced crocheter, it probably was tons of fun and kept your attention. And you come up with this cool little bandit scarf, little triangle action, which I dig. And you can get the pattern for this and many other to use with Glam Stripes on Yarnspirations.com. Please stop by often.